Welcome to Nostology. We are your hosts. I'm Shelley.
And I'm Jessica.
And today we're going to talk about design trends for 2026.
Yes, which is pretty similar to 2024 and 2025, but everybody really liked these episodes. So just thought I would give a little update on where we see design trends going. But of course, I'm going to give my disclaimer. Do what you want in your house. Do what you love. I don't care if you have white cabinets, Shelley.
Don't hate on the white cabinets.
Every time. Every time she has to ask, I'm just going to come right out and say it.
White cabinets. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to change it every year.
And you shouldn't change it every year.
Okay.
But you should just always do what you love. I'm going to share these for people who are building a house or looking to...
Blah. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I know you hate builders.
It's my own personal thing. Like, yeah. Because
Aw.
we know like so many clients that I love that I work with that, you know, end up going to a new build. And I'm happy for you guys that do that. But I really wanted to be the one to do your mortgage loan.
Did you realize you made it a whole 58 seconds before you brought it to how much you hate builders?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. We are talking about design trends.
Well, we'll just go ahead. We'll take this tangent 58 seconds in. We did have a mutual client who we didn't realize would even be able to do new construction that did this week. And they had to go with the builder's lender to get all the deals. But they were so cute because the husband, when we were getting ready to head over there after looking at existing homes, he said he wasn't going to go when I told him that he could not work with Shelley on this deal. He was like, no, we won't go. He was ready to completely pass on going to this builder.
That is amazing. How sweet. I mean, they are the sweetest.
Yeah.
So they're, past clients we both have worked with, and they will not work with anybody other than you and I.
Yeah.
And they are the sweetest. It just, you know what? It's one of those that you're just like, ugh, you just reinforce that humanity is not all bad.
I know.
Because they're just so extremely loyal and sweet. And so I called them to thank them and tell them, hey, we're still friends. It's okay. You got to do what's best for you. I'm just sad that, you know, I can't help you with your mortgage. And she said she had already gotten started on. She goes, it is not the same. They are not the same. And I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. It's not going to be the same. Like as much as I can say, like, okay, so this mortgage side of things is not like fun to collect paperwork.
Yes.
But you know, when you have a good relationship with your mortgage lender, like we make the best of it. We do have fun. At least we get to know each other and try to make the best of collecting paperwork, that's the part that's not fun.
Right.
But the builder's lender is just not as personable maybe. And they just want your documents and they're not building a relationship. And I build a relationship.
Well, because they get the business regardless. They don't have to earn it.
They don't have to earn it.
They don't have to have the customer service. They just have to do the job. So there's no extra fluff involved. There's no therapy involved.
Right? Like we do. We cut up, we have fun. Jessie, you know, my assistant is also great with people and, you know, they love her too. And we just, anyway, so anyway.
Well, I know that sucks for you. However, it is the first contract that I have under the new brokerage saving stone.
So exciting.
So that was really special. And they were adorable when I told them that. They were so excited.
They wanted to make T-shirts for you.
Oh, they said they are. They said they're making T-shirts with the logo on it. And
so sweet. Gary and Dana, we love you if you're listening to this. 'Cause seriously, like clients like that just remind me of, you know, why I do what I do and the part of it that I love, right? When you have such fun.
Yes.
With
That's why I was so excited that they got to be the first contract under the brokerage. Because, I mean, I love my clients, but there are some that are not the nicest people, or I don't get them. They are. So having it be, I don't know, it was just like a great way to kick off the brokerage, having such amazing people, and
absolutely,
maybe that like is setting the path for more of that. So
I know. Well, they were so sweet because they were like, well, you're going to get to help our friends and family as long as they don't go to a builder.
Yes.
We also have another mutual client, right, that has come back around, and she was one that went with the builder, right, for the better deal. But she was so sweet. Now I'm helping her parents with a reverse mortgage on a purchase home, right? But she had said to me, and I thought it was also super sweet. This all happened in like the same week. And she had said, she goes, well, I am not going with the builder's lender. You're helping them. I am not doing that again.
Yes.
And so she was sweet. She got a great deal, like, and I hate to say like, okay, let's not take this out of context. It's not like I'm super expensive or anything like that. That's not what we're saying.
I mean, I think we've covered this, but the builders, a lot of times or some of them, they own their own mortgage and title company.
Yeah.
So they can offer more because they have all the pieces of the pie that they are taking from. So they can offer different things. They also were pre-purchasing rates. So
they're buying the rates down. So basically it's in the price of the home.
Yes.
For all these incentives to be given back.
Yeah.
And so when I say I've lost business it's literally because they are offering like, 2% below current market rates in some cases,
yes.
and 20,000 in closing costs. I'm just making some stuff up, but this is what they're offering. And I can't do that. I am not made of money.
Well, especially when you get to certain periods of the year, like whether it's the fiscal year or the calendar year, but if you hit on some major milestones for their company, they're trying to get things closed out. And that's what had this one that we just did work out. So because they need to get so much off the books before the end of the year so that the numbers look good for the closeout. So they added extra incentives and they basically were giving us anything we asked for. So
yeah, they got a really great deal and I'm super happy for them, but
yes.
I don't get to do the loan, which that makes me sad.
I know.
Other than that, we're still friends.
Yes.
I will always be gracious because the people come back.
They do.
They do every time, or they wait for me to refinance them.
Well, and that's what I told them that. I was like, you can always go back to Shelley, because when I was trying to convince him to go see the builder, I was like, Shelley already said she understands.
I do understand, and I love you guys. Oh.
So design trends. So if you are renovating, building, already planning to redecorate, but if you don't like these trends, I'm not saying you need to go redo your house, Shelley.
Okay.
You don't have to paint your cabinets. You don't need to paint your house.
Thank you.
But I especially like sharing these right now because I do like the trends that we are seeing right now.
You see them front and center.
Yes.
You're out there, and I only see paper.
Yep. The white and gray got a little boring, so I just got tired of it. So I'm excited to see color.
I do like color.
Yes. So one thing I did mention last year was the color drenching. Do you remember that? That was where everything is painted the same color. Ceiling, the trim work, doors, cabinets, everything is one color.
Wow.
It looks really great like on a powder bath or something because it's not flowing with the rest of that. When you have open concept, it's hard to color drench a room, but if you have like an office or a bathroom, those are easier because they're separated and closed off. What's different now, that's kind of evolving a little bit into color capping is what they call it, but you're still kind of going along the same lines where everything's getting painted that color, but different shades of the same hue. So you may do a little bit lighter shade on the trim than the walls or on the ceiling. So you're going to see a little bit more variation instead of all the exact same shade. So it just gives you a little bit more, I feel like you add a little more depth to it. Colors, still seeing a lot of the more earthy tones. It's all getting warmer. None of the cool gray. Unfortunately, that has very much dated a home at this point. So you can...
So 2017.
I know. Gross. I love the warmth feeling though, because I mean, it does. You want your home to be cozy. At least I do. I don't want it to feel like a hospital. I want it to feel cozy.
I agree.
But there's a lot you can do. Like my mom just moved into an apartment that has gray floors still, and her furniture is more in the browns.
Feels cold.
And she was able to blend it though with adding in like accents. So like she got pillows that had the gray and browns in it. So you can do that to pull it together. So you don't have to transform the whole space. I mentioned this last year. You don't have to replace the cabinets and paint the whole house and replace the flooring and do all the things. You can start to bring in those pieces and tie it together. If you have like accent pillows and blankets, things that can pull the color palette together. Earthy colors, greens and blues, really rich colors. I'll show you. Well, actually, should we go ahead and jump into colors real quick?
Sure.
I'm going to show.
I haven't seen them.
Okay. So the colors of the year, we're going to start with Pantone. That's the big one that most people hear about. And it's a amazing shade of white.
I was like, what? I can't see anything.
It is this right here.
What?
Yep. It is called
It's basically
Cloud Dancer.
That's why I can't see it because it's just invisible
Yep.
on the white background.
It is white.
It's white.
It's a shade of white.
Shade of white.
So here you go. There it is in a room. That white.
It's white.
So if you are looking for a great white,
Cloud Dancer.
Cloud Dancer.
I like the name of it.
So they have a few color palettes on their site that show you what you can do with it, but it's white. So you can do whatever you want with it.
Look at that.
So
Cabinets.
you could do cabinets. Yes.
Wow. I'm going to say that's what color my cabinets are.
That is
So I'm
not
up
the
with the
same
trend.
shade of white, Shelby.
It's
Oh.
white.
Okay. So then we look and I guess
Ooh,
I
I
should
like
have
that.
started off with this. While we go through this, you're welcome to go to our Facebook or Instagram pages because I am going to post all of these so you can take a look as we go through them.
Okay.
So pause here if you want to go play along. Sherwin-Williams, their color of the year, because everyone has their own. Everyone here's Pantone, but they all pick their own color. Sherwin-Williams is Universal Khaki, which I think they could have come up with a better name, something more fun like Cloud Dancer.
I like Cloud
But it
Dancer.
really
Universal
describes
khaki is
the.
like a dad pant or something. Like
Yeah, when I saw the name, I was like, oh, how boring. But it is a pretty color. It's a good neutral.
really pretty color.
Yeah.
I like it.
They could have had a lot more fun with it.
And those are all the different shades.
So, yeah, I mean, these are different. This is the actual color
Okay,
that they're
that's just
announcing.
the whole
but
swatch
This is the swatch.
and
Yes.
the different depths.
But this is where I was saying, so if you did want to color drench a room in this, you could use various shades.
I gotcha.
Their color of the year
Ooh,
can get
I like the name of that.
Hidden Gem.
Hidden Gem.
It's a muted, deeper blue. Very pretty.
It looks kind of. Is it a bluish gray?
Yeah. So I think
it's really
let's
like
see.
a slate.
Yes.
It's kind of
I
what
was
I
going to see if they had. They don't have any room pictures on here. Looks better when you have a room picture. They should have shared
I
that.
didn't do a very good job of that.
Then we have Benjamin
Ooh.
Moore Silhouette. This is another really dark one.
I like that.
It's beautiful.
Okay,
It,
that's like
it says elegant color weaves rich espresso with refined notes of charcoal.
yeah, it's like a charcoal. I would say charcoal.
Yes.
Is kind of what that looks like.
Yes,
I love that.
it's very pretty.
That's gorgeous.
And
Ooh,
Valspar
fun.
eucalyptus, warm eucalyptus. I'm sorry.
It's a warm eucalyptus.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
which this goes great with my new colors for my new brokerage.
You can use it.
There you go. They have it on their website. You can see pictures with it on cabinets.
Oh, that's really pretty.
It's a beautiful color.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Clark and Kensington. The name, I don't feel like the name matches very well. It's Hazelnut Crunch. I was expecting more browns, but this is a
like
deep
a
red, a burgundy
burgundy.
color.
Yeah, like a burgundy. It's called hazelnut crunch.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't match. To me, a hazelnut is like a brown.
Yes, I would expect like what was the,
Hazelnut crunch.
Yeah.
Where did they come up with that?
I don't
It's
know.
almost like you bit into a hazelnut and it bled, and that's why it's burgundy. I don't know. I don't
like,
know.
I mean, yeah, I'm picturing like the nut or like Nutella or something like you expect browns.
If that's not brown,
So there's another one that
I
has
don't love that one as much.
no. Graham and Brown, their color is very similar. It's a more burgundy. They call it Divine Dancing.
Okay, that's like
It's another deeper. I feel like it's less red. It's more on the purple side than the Clark and Kensington one.
kind of like a deep burgundy.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's very close to the Clark and Kensington one. This one does come through a little bit more red.
Yeah,
This is darker.
it is
for the,
darker. Like
Graham and Brown.
like almost like a plum burgundy.
Yes. And then last,
Oh,
Dutch
look at
Boy, Melodious Ivory. See,
Melodious.
you
ivory.
can have some fun
That's
with the
a
name.
cool name.
Wide Universal Khaki.
Universal kind of.
Come on.
They need to.
Who was that?
They were
Sherwin-Williams.
sleeping.
Yeah, Sherwin-Williams. Come up with some more fun names. I mean,
Name
I know it's khaki and it's boring, but like you said, I imagine like grandpa's like khaki pants. I'm like not thinking about something I want to paint my walls.
I know.
So
It's almost like, the new nail colors when they come out and they're so fun, like the OPI colors. And it's
Yes.
like, a night in New York City.
yes,
Like, come up with a good name.
something. You're gonna feel so boring. Universal khaki.
Yeah.
That sounds
But
like
it
the
is a
most
very
boring
pretty color.
It is, and I mean this would be a good
Just
wall
ignore the
color.
name.
Yeah, it also would be great for cabinetry, I think, as well. If you're looking to do
Yeah.
a color, but you want to keep it light and neutral, you could do your cabinets.
I like it.
Yes. So that
Very
is
cool
colors for 2026.
Do you have a favorite?
I really like these darker ones just because
Me
I'm
too.
enjoying the darker ones. So the Bear Hidden Gem and Benjamin Moore Silhouette. Those are
I
my
think
favorites.
That one's my favorite.
Yeah.
Silhouette. That kind of charcoal.
Yep. I mean, with my
really
business,
rich
with my new logo,
Well-
colors and everything, I kind of have to like the warm eucalyptus too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful color.
It is. That's actually what I have painted, a very similar color that I've painted my bathroom, bedroom, and laundry room.
Which you do all yourself.
Yes. I love painting. It's
I'm so
relaxing.
glad you said that.
Am I going to help you paint your
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Come on over. Let's have a painting party.
Super. I'll do it.
Paint
Oh,
the powder
I will.
bath like a
So was it one
silhouette.
of our friends the other day? She was like, "Oh my gosh, that is exhausting." I think she painted her bedroom. Already painted her bedroom.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I was so tired of all the taping." I was like, "Oh, I don't tape anymore." She's like, "Oh,
You're so fancy. You don't have to tape. You're that good.
I am that good." Or I just hate taping that much that
It's a lot of
I'd ra-
work.
it
You
is
might
a
as well
lot of
just
work.
take the time to cut in really, really carefully as opposed to wasting
Wasting
your
time.
time with the tape and
yeah.
being sloppy.
exactly.
I agree. I'm with you on that.
Okay.
I forego that. Okay, that's
So-
cool. That's cool.
Let's see. Another trend that's emerging is recomposed Baroque.
What does that mean?
So that is revival of historical styles. So bringing in, and it's not just like, yes, it can be like vintagey pieces, but more historical things. Now, this may be for more of a luxury home that has space for this, not a house with children and dogs like mine,
Okay.
but
Okay.
bringing in like art and sculptures or historical like artifacts and artisanal finishes and things. So it's going to, like I said, maybe not be for everybody. I
Unique,
do
very
see
unique.
a lot. Another thing similar to this is having a more curated, eclectic style where you're bringing in maybe it's pieces that are from travels and things like your travel tree.
Yes.
But it may not all be, I don't know, the Hobby Lobby knickknacks that all like look good together,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
but they actually mean something, which again, like I love all these trends because show off the things. If you've been all over the world and you've traveled to places, like show it off. Have that really cool thing that actually means something. So
Absolutely.
when someone comes to your house, they're like, well, that's interesting. And you're like, oh yes, when I went to Spain, I picked this up in a market.
I love that.
So a friend of ours, when we were on our road trip, we got to visit with her and she's been all over and she's had some amazing travels. There's pictures of her riding camels in the Sahara Desert and all these things. Like,
wow.
I kept telling my boys, I was like, ask her questions, talk to her, ask her about anything in this house because everything has a story and it's just so neat.
I love
Don't
that.
you want to be that person?
Yes.
So you're like, I just have all these amazing adventures and she's
Yes.
telling them stories of climbing frozen waterfalls to,
my
like I said,
gosh.
hiking the Sahara, like everything she has done. So
I love
I want
it.
my house to tell that kind of story.
I think that I love. I love that kind of trend. Absolutely.
So maybe it's not just a travel tree. You need to have like your travels
Okay,
all
but
over.
Here's the problem with that, though.
Mhm.
So, I am an overpacker. So it has to be small or it's going to have to be shipped back
Yep.
is the only problem. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, and you learned with trying to send your daughter stuff in France how expensive
Oh
it
my
is to ship
goodness,
things
it is
internationally.
So expensive. Yeah. I couldn't believe I'm like, forget it. I'm like, sorry, honey, I'm no longer sending packages. You'll just have to wait for me to come visit and I'll bring it in a suitcase because it was just, anyway, very expensive.
Yeah. So another thing that's been popular, and it's funny because they're opposite extremes, but minimalist and maximalist. So minimalist, obviously that's self-explanatory, very minimal, but people did get pretty extreme with it. And I have seen people who live very extreme. It's the very bare minimum. There's a couch and a chair. There's no art. There's no rugs. There's no decor. So they go really extreme one way.
Wow.
Which that idea is softening. You can have art. It's about collecting pieces that you love. So you can have softness. You can have a throw on the couch. It's not clutter because it's something you actually use or love. On the opposite end, there's still a lot of people who enjoy the maximalist, which I think I showed you pictures last year. It's stuff everywhere. You have walls and shelves covered.
It's too much.
It's
I feel
overwhelming.
Like I've already lived that. Like that was a long time ago.
I feel like it's what I live because
you have a lot of stuff.
When you have children.
Yeah, that's the point. Like you have like kids.
When you have kids, you're going to have a lot of stuff.
But then you
also, if you have autistic children who can't get rid of anything and want to save every box.
Everything.
And the boxes aren't even my autistic child. That's my other one. He saves every box because it could be used for something.
But they're very creative, though.
He did make his Halloween costume out of it. So
the cereal boxes. I remember that.
Yep.
That was really cool, though.
But I feel like I have a maximalist house. My brain really needs it to be minimalist, and they've made it maximalist. But
that'll happen one day. You know, when they grow up.
I know, and then I will miss.
Happen,
I know,
you know that.
I know, and I will then miss the mess.
So yeah, you kind of do, and then they come back, and you're like, "Oh, wait a minute!
Now you're in my space.
Hold on, this is a lot of stuff everywhere. Like, don't just throw those big old shoes there.
Very big shoes.
Yeah."
The maximalist, but as I mentioned, one of the differences is shifting more towards intentional, not just buying crap to put on your shelves and on your walls, having a purpose to it. So,
something that means something.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be like, okay, so some of the travels, like maybe I take some of the photos on some of the trips and turn it into a piece of art.
Yes.
And that's what I use for my artwork.
Yes.
Which is actually what I've done with a lot of my son's photos, right? They're on canvas and
Well, and your son's a great photographer too.
I know,
you've got some beautiful pictures.
And so that is actually like my artwork.
Yes.
How
amazing that you get to walk past that and look each day and go, oh, look, you've had some amazing travels. So getting to look at it and go, wow, I've been there, I've been here. And then it's a talking point when people come over.
Exactly. Yes, you're right. I need to make some more photos.
Yes.
Into artwork.
So some of the trends that are falling away, shiplap, and that's been happening.
I don't even know what that is.
The wood paneling on the walls.
Oh, okay.
So very Joanna Gaines, farmhouse. The farmhouse look is going.
Farmhouse. Okay.
So it's just been overdone a lot. So that has been trending away, but unfortunately no more shiplap people. Okay. Unless you just love it, then keep it. Ultra curated spaces that are Instagram worthy.
Oh my gosh, what did you just say? I don't even know how to spaces like that into
Instagram worthy pictures. And I love that more people are starting to show their real spaces. Have you seen the videos where people show, they're like, this is a, influencer's living room. And then they're like, what you don't see is this part. And it's all the crap in the next room. But having spaces that are perfect and all the furniture is matchy-matchy, that is going away for more comfortable spaces, maybe a little more eclectic and more lived in, something that's actually homey, not looks good in a picture.
Yeah, I'm for that.
Okay, so some other things. We talked about this last year too, I believe, but unique lighting fixtures. So instead of take down your builder grade, matches everyone in the neighborhood light fixture, and buying some unique pieces.
I did that immediately.
Yeah. The builder grades there.
I had to go a little more bling with like chandeliers and crystals and bling and things because that's
you had to have your sparkle.
That's right. I got to have my sparkle.
Multifunctional furniture or modular furniture. So where you can mix and match and rearrange. Like, oh my gosh, I want a love sack sofa. You can separate those pieces and move them around. So those are a lot of fun. I kind of mentioned this. The lived in, more personal interior, something that is cozy and comfortable. A big one now is grandma or grandpa chic.
What?
More traditional revival, which is funny because I see this too on social media with hobbies. Have you seen your grandma hobbies? You have to pick your grandma hobby.
No.
Like, do you want to do knitting or gardening?
I'm not a grandma.
Well, there are 20 and 30-year-olds picking up their grandma hobbies.
Like, what does that even mean?
I said it could be baking, it could be knitting, gardening, but you got to get your grandma hobby.
I'm still working. I'm not a grandma. I don't know. Can I just?
But it's for fun. You like gardening.
I do.
That will probably be yours. Gardening would be yours.
I like being outside in the yard. Yeah, that's true.
But yes, so
I didn't know it was a grandma hobby. You garden too. Does that make you a grandma?
And I love to bake. So I've got a couple grandma hobbies.
You do. Like, what else would be a grandma hobby? I don't knit. I'm not going to knit. I have zero patience for that.
Oh, no. I tried learning and I gave up very quickly.
What else would be baking, gardening? What's a grandma hobby?
We'll look it up on Instagram for you. So you'll start getting that in your algorithm and you'll start getting ideas.
Okay, don't do that.
But for like design, it's going to be incorporating vintage pieces. We talked a little bit about that last year, like that cottage core or European farmhouse style. So having more actual vintage, not fake weathered looks on furniture, but actual vintage pieces. China or heirloom pieces. Lots of florals, like floral wallpaper or floral furniture.
Bring back my great grandmother's china.
Yes. Just don't let anybody touch it so they don't break it.
Exactly. Yeah.
What did they go? It's called the wave is called the Grand Millennial.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, you want it to feel like grandma's house because again, it's cozy. Grandma's house was cozy.
It is cozy.
And she always had cookies baked for you. So that's the house you want to have, right?
My grandma did not bake cookies.
Mine did. She would, I love my grandma. She would bake them and freeze them so that anytime a grandkid, because she had a lot of grandkids, she could just pop a couple out of the freezer to start thawing. So she always had fresh cookies ready for us when we got there.
Oh, that's very sweet. No, I remember my grandma. It was very special. She let me drink Hawaiian punch.
Oh.
Because I spilled it at my mom's house on white carpet and I was never allowed to have it ever again. So it was like at my grandma's house, it was like little tiny plates and she would make us lunch and she'd always like cut off the crust and make it into little triangles. And then it'd be like that laughing cow cheese, like 3 grapes and a little tiny glass. Like it was like a doll amount size. Like, yeah, I loved it. It was so fun. But
grandmas are great.
I know.
When we were at my in-laws the other day, my son went over to their freezer and just grabbed an ice cream bar. And I was like, did you ask? He goes, I'm at Nana's house. I can do what I want.
They understand that.
My mother-in-law, she's like, yeah, they know. They can always just go get ice cream. And I was like,
my goodness, I love that. My other grandma that did not live here, I didn't get to see her as much, but she was the one that I read with.
Yeah.
And we would stay up late reading like all the like mystery books and things like that. That was so fun. Love that.
So that's what we all want our house to feel like. Grandma's house, where you can eat ice cream whenever you want and have fruit punch and won't get yelled at for spilling it on the rug.
Well, my grandma actually did not say that. Okay, she made these little lemon, I don't know what it was, lemon frozen desserts that were in. Do you remember the old timey ice cream? Not ice cream, ice cube tray that was metal.
Oh,
had the lever that separate. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
And so she would make these lemon bar things in the freezer.
Okay.
In that. And they'd be these little tiny squares and you would just pop it out and you'd have your little lemon square dessert. I don't even know what that was. It was so special and I loved it.
It's funny because to this day, like I will freeze my cookies, my chocolate chip cookies, because they were always still a little cold whenever she would give them to us because she'd pop them out of the freezer and let them sit out for a minute.
I love that.
So I prefer frozen chocolate chip cookies to warm, gooey, melted chocolate chip cookies. Nostalgia.
I like the warm ones, but I can understand why you would like that.
There's a nostalgia to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's a cool trend.
So again, I mean, we've seen this for the last couple of years trending up, but the natural stone, warm woods and mixed materials. So that could be like mixed metals, but also mixed textures. So like the brick walls with wood floors, and the more that you're mixing in different textures and finishes, that is very popular.
Okay. I like that too.
Plants and outdoors. So lots of plants, and then an indoor outdoor space. So where you open up your doors and it's extending the living space into the outdoors. So really comfortable outdoor furniture with where you can sit and be very comfortable. So padded furniture, coffee tables, outdoor lighting. So not the old plastic metal chairs that we all had growing up where it's uncomfortable. You want a really cozy seating area.
Super cozy.
And
I like it.
The doors, like, so I have that really beautiful custom built home that I showed you that I had listed. They had those sliders from both sides of the living room, one to the front courtyard and one to the backyard.
Open up
and it opens up that entire space. The hard part here is in Texas, you can only do that for like a few days out of the year where you can really enjoy that. And then bugs. So you have to have the screen that comes down.
Bugs. I was like, is this part of the trend?
Yeah, bugs in your house. That's a trend.
Okay. Yeah,
we did. That roach house I told you about. So we had a really bad roach house that I showed the other day. It was awful.
Crunchy.
So that is definitely not going to be a trend. We could not walk without crunching the bugs. It was so gross.
That's really, it was a gross story.
Yep.
Too many roaches in the house.
What's out is all white.
Why do you look at me when
because you're going to complain.
That's all because I don't want to change things.
So I think technology, I mean, that's always going to continue. Smart homes and systems and, that aspect. So smart technology, whether it's your kitchen appliances, lighting's huge. So different levels of lighting. Like I love what you have in your half bath over here where you have the wall lighting and then so having multiple levels of lighting so you can set kind of the mood, but also when you have technology, whether it's dimmers or love when you can tell I don't want to say her name, Alexa, to turn off lights and stuff. So when you have that automation system in place, so more tech driven appliances and systems.
Okay. The only problem I have with that is that, so how do you change all those over when you move?
It's a lot of work.
I'm like, oh my gosh. You start thinking about that and you're like, everything's connected to my stuff. So how do the new people then reconnect? I don't know. It's a lot.
It is a lot. And I mean, often there's multiple apps and things that you have to download and get set up with accounts.
Like there's sprinkler system apps. Yep. There's all kinds of lighting apps. They're all different.
So what I have started doing, I have a list that goes out to my sellers. And as they start disconnecting things, it asks all these questions like, what app do you use for various things?
Smart.
So it helps them to collect all that because as a buyer, if you come in, you're like, I have no idea how to set any of this up. What app do I use? How do I reprogram things? So it's helpful if the seller can put together a little list because we really do have to share that. And it's in our contracts now too, that got added in. The Texas Association of Realtors added it, where it specifically says that if you sell a house, you have to disconnect from all of those because
think about it, you've got cameras
or access. Like if you do still have access to like open the garage door, like messing with things, whether it's access or safety or looking in them.
There have been stories. Garage door openers. Do you reprogram them? How do
you can reprogram like the actual openers, but some people like I have it with an app now. I have the My IQ thing. So I can open it if one of the kids needs in and they don't have their phone or something. So I can open it remotely. But can you imagine like you leave and then you're messing with the new buyer by opening the garage door or something? So, but there was a story of a seller who kept the camera access on their phone and they had to go pick up mail or something. And they commented, they said, we like the painting that you've done in the house, the new color.
They didn't know.
They commented on the stuff that they've done in the house because they still had access to the cameras and they just kept watching like, oh, look at what they've done now. And they've been watching.
Sold.
So after
are there laws in place for that?
Now there is. So it's in our contracts now that states that they have to disconnect from everything So I don't know as far.
Well,
Well,
how do you know if somebody truly did?
so I've had some people where they'll do screenshots to show, especially if there's cameras inside the house.
Right.
They'll do a screenshot of the app showing that they logged out. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's the only thing about all the technology
Yep.
that kind of just freaks me out because there's so many things. Like when I go to eventually sell my house, I
Yep.
have so many apps and I'm like, how in the world am I going to, I don't know, to
can
disconnect
do
from all
the-
that and give it to the buyer? I don't know.
Since you're old, you can do the old school way.
I am not old.
Putting together
I
a
am
book.
seasoned.
You can put together a binder and write
You're
out
slowly
notes of
catching
everything.
up with me. You got a milestone birthday.
I know. Which we get to go celebrate. We're going to go to
know.
Broken Bow and celebrate my birthday.
I
So
know, it's going to
we're
be
going to have
so
fun.
fun. So fun.
But
We'll talk
I'm
about
better with
that at a later
technology.
date.
I'm the one who still has to help you with your Gmail account so you can find your Google Drive. And
Where's the Google Drive? I don't know. I know you were like, I sent it to you, and I'm like, I don't know where the Google Drive.
and I showed you
is.
the other day where you can get to it. And she was like, oh, this has been here all along. So if you are not tech savvy, you can put together a binder and have handwritten notes with all the things that they need to know about the house. It's really helpful. If you're a nice seller and you really care about the house and the people who are moving into your house, give them notes of everything.
That's very sweet.
Put together a list of all the apps that they're going to need. Tell them where things are located because it is hard to move into a home and not know where anything is.
Agreed. Okay. Sorry, we got off on a little tangent there.
That's
I
fine.
was just curious about how that was going to work. Down the road, selling a house with all the technology in it.
But yes, overall, the vibe for 2026 for homes is warm, cozy, colorful, eclectic. So embrace it. Like I said, I love it.
I love it.
Feels better to me. This is what I like. I didn't want a white house and white kitchen cabinets. And
Sometimes it happens. You
it
don't
does.
have a choice.
but you don't have kids. So
I do have kids.
you don't have little kids running around the house touching
I
things
have
with dirty
kids.
hands.
They're just moved out.
Well, and
They are adults
They're
now.
more mature with your white cabinets and don't leave
Yes.
fingerprints everywhere. So sorry, you
Yeah,
do
they
have kids. You don't have
Still
little.
do that, but
So they haven't learned in their 20s.
no, somehow
Great.
their hands were still grimy.
Wash your hands.
I don't.
Kids, wash your hands.
They do. They do. Yeah.
But yes, just Julie Jones. I saw a video of hers the other day. I love her. She's on Instagram and TikTok. She is an interior designer and she does a lot of her videos are amazing. Space planning. If you have a house and you have a funky layout, you don't know what to do with a room, watch some of her videos. You can hire her or her team.
cool.
I mean, she can do like tell you what pieces to buy and help you with your design style. But I love her space planning stuff because I see this a lot. When I go into a house, I'm like, that is a funky space. You're going to have all these pathways walking through. How will you ever set up furniture in this room? And especially if it's vacant, it's hard for people to visualize that. They may end up with a really wonky space. So I love seeing her videos and how she makes odd spaces work. She also can help you if you're designing a home with layouts to make sure that you design it right to begin with. So you have adequate space for everything. But she was talking about designs and I guess she's had the question a lot, like, what is going to become that thing that is that looks too trendy? Like it's going to be outdated or show its age within a couple of years. And she said, it's the thing that everybody's doing. So that's what really will do it because that's what dates, whether it's a style with clothing or hair or something. If everybody is doing it at the same period of time, it timestamps it. So like the Rachel haircut. If you see somebody with the Rachel, you know when that was because every woman got that haircut.
We all did.
And it was all within a very small period of time.
Yes.
So it puts that stamp on it. So when you see certain cabinets or flooring, if it was something that was so widespread, everybody did it in such a short window. So she is actually calling out the white oak cabinets and floors, which I think are gorgeous. I love them. But she's expecting that to be a trend that really dates a house because everybody is suddenly doing it.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
Okay.
but this is why you have your own spin on things. So,
Be your
fit to
own
be-
unique self.
so I probably still would do the white oak if I was selecting new cabinets and floors right now because I love them. they don't show dirt like dark floors. Dark floors show every speck of dust. They show
they do.
footprints and stuff. So I love the lighter ones, but apparently she believes that will be one that is going to really timestamp a house.
But do what you want.
Well, I will put all these pictures up on our socials, and I'll put Julie's account too. So if you're looking for like space planning and design ideas, she's amazing. I love her account. I'll put that on there as well. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Nestology Podcast.
Well, thank you for joining us, where we hope you make the best of your nest.
Bye.
Bye.